You see, although I agree with you, because the downtrodden are really, really suffering right now. It's not a joke anymore. However, I'm worried about us opening uh, the borders right now. Opening up for work right now. This is a decision Donald Trump. You see, last week we were talking about Bill Gates depopulating the world. If we go back to work right now, right there, that's a depopulating agenda, if you ask me. I know nobody's asking me, but this is it right here. This is going to depopulate the world. America, in my opinion, is not acting reasonably. This is not the time to. I even prefer President Buhari's open to Donald Trump's open. I can't believe they're opening. I was reading, maybe I was half asleep, but I was reading that they want to open tattoo parlors and massage houses and spas and hairdressers and the beach and all that. What's that all about? That's scary. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but what's your take?
Indeed, it is scary because even when he mentioned the curfew thing, I was like, this virus is not going to be aware that it's not supposed to come out at this time and then go back to sleep or resume at this other time.
Yeah.
Then again, what do we do? People are dying. People are hungry. Aside Covid-19, the virus, there is the hunger virus.
Absolutely. There's a hunger virus and we can't neglect it. I'm trying my possible best to take care of the needy in our church and in our community. But of course, I'm not a billionaire. I'm not Dangote. There's a limit to what I can do. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's a limit to what I can do. How much money do I have? You know? And it's pretty sad what everything has become right now. Going back to work next week, Monday, is scary. Now, not going back to work is also scary. The economy is going through its own rigors right now. So, opening up the economy might sound like a good idea, especially in a nation where it's not like we have reserves. It's not like we are rich. We're not Dubai or Saudi Arabia. We're not Canada. We're not Germany. We don't have the reserves to keep people at home. So this is like, in my opinion, a stab in the dark at the typical Darwinian paradigm, which is survival of the fittest. You know, guys, just go out there, you make it, you live, you don't make it, it's all well and good. We can't keep all of you anyway. That's what it sounds like. We can't keep all of you. You know we're not going to be able to take care of all of you. How many ventilators do we have? How many hospitals do we have? How much money do we have? So it's like, damn you do, damn you don't. You stay at home, it's hunger. You go out, the virus is there lurking in every street corner. Reports now have it that children are getting it. 2 children got it in Ekiti State, according to the reports I saw earlier on today. Our kids going to be asked to go back to school because the schools just want to make money. I feel like keeping my kids at home for 1 whole year. I don't see why they need to go to school during this pandemic. And if any school comes out and says kids should go to school, I will fight it with everything. Because you don't want the kids to go to school because you care about their education. You want to go to school so you can pay off your loans. And that's utter nonsense. Online, the best discount we got was a 10% tuition discount. Can you imagine? But they know they will end up making more money if the schools are open. Do you get me? Oh, should we take a couple of phone calls? Sorry?
I don't know if you saw the picture of, China. They've opened the school.
Yeah. And all the kids were in school like astronauts. I saw that picture.
What do you think about that? Do you think Nigeria should,
We can't keep that. We can't. My sister, can we? Are we that disciplined? Do we have those resources? I have a 5-year-old. You can't keep his hand from his mouth. It's not possible. Do you get me? You can't keep the hands of a 4-year-old from their mouth. And then we expect to do this? How? What's the magic? So I hope I didn't see anything about schools. Maybe I should read the speech. What do you think?
It's quite a lengthy one, but alright.
What I will do is I'll try my possible best to touch on the major issues. Let me work with Linda Ikeji's blog because she has a way of how do I put it? Cutting a story and highlighting the bullet points. As part of measures to curb the spread of COVID-19 in Nigeria, President Buhari this evening imposed an 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. nationwide curfew. The curfew is to begin Monday, May 4th. Now, here's my question. Is the virus a night crawler? Is it like the virus is going to the bar or going to the club? Is that our reality? So I don't understand this curfew. And has the federal government negotiated with the virus and said, okay, you know what? The virus has said, you know what, guys, let's do it like this. I'm going to come out only at 10 p.m. So by then, it's like Egungun, be careful. But maybe I'm wrong. So anyway, let me continue with this. Based on the above, in line with recommendation of the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19, the various federal government committees that have reviewed socioeconomic matters, and the Nigerian Governors Forum, the president said he has approved a phased and gradual easing of lockdown measures in FCT Lagos and Ogun states effectively from Monday. However, this will be followed strictly with aggressive reinforcement of testing and contact tracing measures while allowing the restoration of some economic and business activities in certain sectors. Furthermore, new national measures are to be introduced as follows. There'll be an overnight curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. This means all movement will be prohibited during this period. There'll be a ban on non-essential interstate passenger travel. There'll be partial and controlled interstate movement of goods and services, essential services until further notice, and will be allowed for the movement of goods and services for producers to customers. We will strictly ensure the mandatory use of face masks or coverings in public, in addition to maintaining physical distancing. Furthermore, we also discussed how to safely transport food items from rural production areas to industrial processing zones and ultimately to the key consumption centers. Earlier, these steps were necessary and personal hygiene. Furthermore, the restrictions on social and religious gatherings shall remain in place. State governments, corporate organizations, and philanthropists are encouraged to support the production of cloth masks for citizens. For the avoidance of doubt, the lockdown in the FCT, Lagos, and Ogun states shall remain in place until these new ones come into effect on Monday. The Presidential Task Force shall provide sector-specific details to allow for preparation by governments, businesses, and institutions. In respect to the above guidelines, state governors may choose to adapt and expand based on their unique circumstances, provided they maintain alignment with the guidelines issued above. So, that is it. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm live on Instagram and our light just went. But don't worry, my estate is 24 hours light. It's the rain. You know, it's like NEPA and rain signed contract that anytime it wants to rain, NEPA just has to like chill a bit. So just chill for a few minutes. The light will be brought back. But this is the story of Nigeria. Isn't it amazing that we still have power cuts in 2020? Do you know my mom is Romanian? In Romania, the president commissioned robots that will be used in the treating of COVID-19. Is that not amazing? Is that not absolutely amazing? Now, students are going to be given, what is it called? Laptops. Meanwhile, we have to start running around to buy. We have a computer in the house. Every house has a computer, but now you need a computer per child. So, I'm pretty worried about this. Maybe we should take phone calls and let's see what people have to say.
Okay, before I open the phone line, first of all, let me recognize the apologize for something. The phone number to call is 0700 993 993 993. 0700 993 993 993. And you can send your comments via the WhatsApp number 809 597 5805. 809 597 5805.
Someone just said that the last time they had a power cut in Canada was 2003.
Oh, dear.
Even me, in our 24 hours power estate, we get at least 5 to 10 power cuts a day. It has wrecked my DSTV, and there's nobody who can come and fix DSTV in this pandemic. Sadly.
Yes, hello. How do you do that? Oh, I could have you.
Absolutely. I'm not sure the people watching me are enjoying the weather because we have a power cut. Yeah. Yes, so some people were caught at a club. Those ones should not even be forgiven. Shake club, Laura, what can't sing? It's club that is their problem. You see, my people in Nigeria are not. You can't manage us like we don't hear word, bros. You are talking as if we are one lovely civilized people that obey instruction. Have you gone to the toll gate and seen the way they drive at the toll gate? Toll gate that should not cost you more than 3 minutes of your time. A downfall bus will come from the back and jump right in front of you. Do you get me, bro? I would have you see, what you are saying is making so much sense in an ideal society. What you are saying is what we should do. But the only problem is the Nigerian society is not an ideal society. Someone is saying there is no part of the world where total lockdown has been effective. I think total lockdown was used in China, was used in Philippines. You understand? I told you my estate was 24 hours light. The rain just shake them small. But bros, I am glad that you realize that vaccine is our hope. Hello? I said I'm glad that you realize that vaccine is our hope. Without a vaccine, I'm not sure we can return to normalcy. Yes, the government should take people like that. But of course, all the treatment and anything he's doing must be done in strict isolation. Do you understand? If he's ready to be isolated for 2 or 3 months, the government should take him up. And if he's a lie, if his claim is false, he should also be expecting some sort of punishment. Like this case of Sudan, was it Sudan? Senegal. One of those countries. It just skipped my mind right now. I was talking about it earlier on. My dear sister, that which country was it that was building $5 masks? Sorry, $5, $1 testing kits and $60 ventilators.
I'm not sure.
Hold on, let me give it to you. I think it's Senegal. Absolutely, Senegal. $1 test kits and $60 ventilators for this pandemic. They are building them locally. What happened to us? Anyway, Akon is from Senegal, and that's the way he thinks too. That's why he was thinking of bringing electricity to the whole of Africa. So thank you so much for your call. Wonderful hanging out with you this evening. God bless you.
Hello? Yes,
Good evening, dear sir. How are you doing?
I'm fine. This is Remy.
Hello, Remy. How are you?
I'm fine. Fine. And you?
Very well, sir.
Yeah. I been thinking about Senegal as well. When you mentioned it. I'm not sure Nigeria is ready to really battle this COVID-19. Senegal is a country of 70 million thereabouts.
Of how many million?
In this pandemic, it came up with testing kits, which is less than $1, 420 naira. Now, I'm currency, 420 naira is testing kit. And they've localized, what is it called as well, ventilator, which is less than 3,000 naira. Are we saying we are so poor that we can't fund things like that? Because our leaders are so serious. If they really want to end this pandemic, because presently we are not with oil prices at price. So they are not local selling oil for now. So probably the only thing they're selling now is this pandemic of the thing. You just get the donation from foreign donors. That's what it's supposed to do. But if you are so serious as a nation, you spend article days locking down 3 states, even more than 3 states. What have you figured out in that 30 days? We've tested less than 15,000. Ghana has tested over 20,000. And we spent 30 good days. I was talking about Nigerian people and Nigerian society. I keep saying our problem as leadership problem, bad leadership. You can get the leadership right to fix the policy is very.
Our leaders are a major problem. We cannot override that. But the problem is, even our upcoming leaders, the youth, how much better are they than the ones in power?
You know, it's new. Like I keep saying, this time I tell you, our problem is systemic. And it is deliberate.
It's deliberate and it's systemic, absolutely.
What we do most times is we address our problems from the branches, not the root. We have a functioning system. Religion, when function is functioning. Karma said, you need to become of the poor. It comes to play because people no longer have a trust in the institution. It no longer functions the way it should. So they resort to religion because of supernatural way out. The way I see it, how you guys are not ready to, even to me, the way I see it, they don't want everything to go as it just guide and wait. The way I see it, because they really make business from beginning. I could recall NCDC was bragging that we were fully ready, we were fully prepared. 2 days ago, they're telling us they're only out of testing kits. But they were bragging about 2 months ago that they are fully ready. It's okay, 3 days ago, the former governor of the United States had his father follower, Jumadu Sharif. We all said they never observed social distancing. Just 3 days ago, on his way back from the burial, his cover was attacked by Boko Haram. have leaders who are not observing the same rules they put in place. So I'm not telling the followers to follow, as in to listen to what they say and not what they do. So everything boils down to leadership. Leadership, once you can get a leadership right, I bet you. Okay, let me share a short story with you guys. A friend of my mother, sometime last year, went on a visit to Canada to do a Jomugo stuff and all that.
Yeah.
She goes to church, observe what she belongs to the women association, blah blah blah. She's good. So after spending 3 months in Canada, when she came back, she stopped going to church the way she used to. The women association came around to visit her. Mama, we've never seen you like we used to. That's what she said. She said she got to realize most of the things we go to church
to pray for
God about are already working
in their own part of the world.
She said, no, the reason people go to church most times is because those who have been elected have failed them. The system is functioning, so they believe the only system they can run through is the church. Each time you go to church, you can see a pastor who will attend to you, see you get. So the system has failed them. One do they run to church, they run to mosque. For a way out, I believe once you can get our system proper, right, things will fall in place, just a matter of time. Good evening.
Thank you very, very well. Thank you very much. Some messages, please.
Yeah, we have to listen on our show. Good evening, I am an essential worker, but it is so easy the way of authority daily practice. They are not going to be wow by chauvinist officer leadership, such as understanding the law for the multitude. 11 members of our staff were in the vehicle, and they also were observing social distancing in a to my surprise, we collected some of dental staff and other
Police is collecting bribe inside enforcing lockdown.
wow.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Now wow. So personally, I do not believe that Nigeria is ready to come out of this lockdown. Personally, it might look like a good decision to take, especially from the capitalist point of view. But are we physically ready, emotionally ready, mentally ready, and financially ready for the consequence of taking this decision? Someone was saying that no country has successfully curbed the virus with a total lockdown. Stop using the UK and America. They failed. They failed in this pandemic. I will look at countries that have done much better than the UK and the US. I will not look at the UK, the US that had 55,000 deaths. Is that our role model in this pandemic? Let's ask ourselves, let's be honest. Or what do you think, my dear sister? Yes. No need to sugarcoat it. I'm trying to see. I think the US is still topping the list for the global deaths right now. Worldwide, yeah. United States has 56,000 deaths. 56,308 deaths. Spain, by the way, the US has 1 million confirmed cases. 113,000 recovered. 56,000 deaths, about 5% death rate. Spain has 23,521 deaths. Italy, 26,900 deaths. United Kingdom now is on 21,000 deaths. The population of the US, yes, the US is a very populous country. This is still a high number. China did not have 56,000 deaths. They had 4,000 deaths. People say, oh, yes, they had double that or triple that. Let's imagine they had quadruple that, which is impossible. China cannot hide 3/4 of their, they can hide half if they struggle very hard, but they can't hide 3/4 of their deaths, like their citizens are blind. So if China had 4,800 reported deaths, and we multiply that by 4, let's even move it up to 5,000 deaths and multiply it by 4, it's still 20,000 deaths. It's still less than half of what the US has. So as far as I'm concerned, the US failed. I'm sorry, I used to like Donald Trump a lot, but on this one, Donald Trump failed. He goofed. He dropped the ball. Meanwhile, it is Bill Gates that wants to depopulate the world. Decisions world leaders took cost us 56,000 deaths in the US, 23,000 in Spain, 26,000 in Italy, 21,000 in the UK. Is that not depopulating the world? By the time you add all this, we have over, what's the total? 208,000 deaths. 208,000 deaths. By the time 1 million people die worldwide, have they not depopulated the world? This is clearly, listen, response to COVID-19 is a world depopulation, I wouldn't say strategy or theory, but it resulted in world population. Meanwhile, it is Bill Gates that is the Antichrist. Someone is trying to buy vaccines and bring to the world. I am praying that the decision we took in this Nigeria is not going to depopulate us. And me, as I am now, Bill Gates, wherever you are, I'm begging you in God's name, get the vaccine to us quick. All this locking the door at 8 o'clock like COVID-19 wants to go to a party is not the way forward. Every day, let us pray for Bill Gates. Let him be able to get this vaccine to us quickly. Bill Gates, they own JJ. They say I ain't one depopulate world. Is the world not depopulating with silly decisions up and down? Please, let's take phone calls, my dear sister. I'm worried for us. Have you seen a Nigerian downfall bus? Have you seen a Molue? How do you exercise safe dice, what do you call social distance inside downfall? Where the conductor goes sit down on top engine, face you. God, I thank you, God, for the fact that I've entered downfall in my life. Someone said China failed. Compared to the US and the UK, China did not fail. I don't agree that China failed in this. No, China did not fail. The US, you want to see country that failed? US, UK, they failed. And not failed, they failed woefully. China that had 4,000 reported deaths out of 1.3 billion. They say they multiplied by 10, which is a lie. Ada, are you working with me? Listen, if China had 50,000 deaths and they reported only 4,000, which is impossible, they still are better off than the US compared to the numbers.
Okay, special call 4700 993 993 993 is the phone number to dial. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
This is Emeka from Ajo.
Emeka from Aja, how are you, my brother?
Good evening, my brother. Not hearing your voice. So,
Nice hearing you too, Emeka.
my brother, I was already upset that you said about life. About this Cobid19 and life in Nigeria. It's even without even current in Nigeria. There's nothing Nigeria can do about it. We even ask people to that. Even this radio that we're listening to now, because of this program now, I went on Nigeria.
Wow, you went to on your gen because of Live and Dangerous. Oh.
That's my phone hearing you guys.
Oh.
You guys don't understand what. Without even having life in this country, nothing will work out. Even this one, how do people want to hear radio? They even hear people. If we work out as the president, how many people hear it? How many Nigerians heard about it? There's no light to charge your phone, no light for you to watch television, no light for you to even pay out. They have money, chill, many things happen. Why would people not even going to where they don't want? You see people walking up and down, the people are saying bad already like that. You see people walking up and down, nobody is even we have this graduate apart from where we are saying, just tell me where we are just it's better how about the people in Nigeria also in Nigeria modern rural private side and when that look at walking up and down, going up and down, even buying this clothes, the mask, man, my brother, I just pray that this COVID-19, let God just, if he has God, he don't be, you know what I mean? I don't even know what to say. You shock the boss. Let me just be that. There's another way that it can affect Nigeria. But it may affect Nigeria the way it's affecting the place. Because I have a lot of friends in Nigeria who do very well. If you hear calls that they're calling even, I even canceled my ticket because of the COVID-19. I was supposed to be there. They went to school. They don't even come to me.
Someone asked, what drink is that? Schweppes, baby. I love it. By the way, I was supposed to pay out 20 people today. I only ended up paying 5. So once I'm done on the show, I'm getting on the system again. And I'm going to pay out 15 more people. I put a post up on Instagram at Daddy Freeze. Please go check it out. If you drop your account number there, I will reach out to you if you're a Free Nation member. So this is for Free Nation members. Okay, just keep that at the back of your mind. 15 more payouts of 5,000 Naira stimulus package for our members. I'm doing a total of 50. 20 today, 20 tomorrow, and 10 on Wednesday. Drink Schweppes. Oh, he was such a lovely, lovely gentleman.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel his pain, and I feel the pain of every Nigerian. And back to this, I think we need. Yes. But we also have to be careful. We have to choose. Are we going to choose comfort, or are we going to choose life? Because this thing is getting worse. So I'm just looking up to people like Bill Gates, people like the Swiss government, people like the French government, and everybody else working hard on the vaccine, and the Senegalese government. Africa, we can do it. Senegal, they say jollof rice started in Senegal. Do you understand? They say jollof rice started in Senegal. I'm beginning to believe it too. Say now them go get jollof rice.
You don't want them to come for you, right?
Let them come for me now. We have jollof rice, we don't have vaccine. Our mates have ventilator. They have test kits. And they even have the jollof rice that we are claiming. Nobody like Mohammed say na Senegal get jollof rice. I beg. Shout out to Akon and all Senegalese.
We are almost out of time. Hello.
Don't put your account numbers here. I'll not answer. Go to my post on Instagram.
Hello, good evening.
Put in your account. I'll just block you. Put in your account here 5 times. I'm not going to answer you. I'm just going to delete you and block you.
Pastor who? Oh, you have, okay.
Hello, Mr. Charles Adejumo. How are you doing?
I'm fine, that is great, thank you. I want to commend you for this information and the way you are enlightening our people about this business.
Woo! Thank you, sir.
Apart from that, I have been listening to all of your program, other issues you people have been handling.
Did I ever live in Ibadan? Okoyemi, yep. Absolutely. In fact, all my life. I was born in Romania, came to Nigeria when I was 3, ended up in Ibadan when I was 8, and left Ibadan when I was 25. So I lived in Ibadan for 17 years. All my growing up life. I think I've lived in Lagos more than that, though. Sorry, Ibadan when I was 6 to when I was 25. So 19 years of my life in Ibadan. I wasn't really such a. I was more gentle in Ibadan. Now Lagos trouble start though. I no agree here word for this Lagos. All the way from Istanbul. Woohoo! I can't really. Somebody said Arimo, to be precise, near Samaria Hospital. It's actually Samaria Hospital, and that's my dad's hospital. So we lived in the compound there, in that Arimo, in that hood. How have you been cutting my hair? I've been patting it down, cutting hair care. You know, see, as my face, they overgrown with weeds. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you so much for that. So I want us to actually address a few things. One, I'm making a claim that the US and the UK failed. They might have the facilities, they might have the hospital, the NHS is doing well. Give it up for the NHS. They're the superheroes we have today. But in regards to response and the strategy they used, I will say they failed with COVID-19. That's my opinion. They are not role models for this. The countries that I would not call role models are 1, the US, 2, Spain, 3, Italy, 4, the UK. These countries failed with regards to how they managed the COVID-19 situations. Borders were not closed early enough. Restrictions were not imposed and were not imposed hard enough and quick enough. So I think at a point, Donald Trump, according to many reports, never even admitted that they had a problem. They tried to downplay it, and here we are. Sad. So, Ada, what do you think? What are people saying on WhatsApp?
Okay. Let me. That agrees. I think the reality is this. Okay. Line C, A, or UK. That agrees. I think the reality is being forgotten is not everyone who contracts the virus will die as a result. Citizens of Nigeria cannot claim ignorance at this point. The most people protect themselves, particularly in the difference between the virus and hunger. By relaxing the lockdown, it should mean our citizens face it for Nigerians lose their right to free one day of their lives. The bigger picture is taking on board. So what is reality is sacrifices on this disease, and not everyone who contracts the disease will die. Remember, also, the sad reality is Nigeria has
We have insufficient infrastructure. That is 100% on point.
so people who really fall in your push their lives anyway, they don't
Okoyemi is asking for the number to call 0700 993
confidence by it.
993 993.
Talking about another way to stay at home is not bad though. I'm sure it's all for the better. Personally, I think the stay at home will eventually work to reduce the spread of the virus in Nigeria's way and keep if they obey and stay one less Nigeria. Okay. If it takes 100 days to heal, it may not take up to 10 days to destroy what's built.
Absolutely.
Destruction done to this country by our leaders will take double the years spent as a nation to build it, except God intervene. God help us. We need to set free and accountable.
That's absolutely true. It's easier to destroy than to build.
And now that agrees, that man should tell Nigerians the big mistake he did for taking Nigerian foreign exchange account from American Central Bank, China. After Corona is over, the world will be at war with China and our nation.
After the COVID-19 is over, the world will be at war with China. The world cannot risk going to war with a country that is rich. I doubt it. I sincerely doubt that the world... You see, the US is an audio world power. Their world power is audio. Now China be world power. Now them get money. They're mopping up a lot. You see, they have cash and they're buying. You understand? So I don't see how going to war with China after America has been hit this hard financially. America that went to war with Iraq in 2003 after first frustrating them for 11 years since 1991. before they could finally go, and still Baghdad was not a walkover. Now they now want to go to China that is really powerful. Let them think it well, Lou. I'm not sure the world will go to war with China. I'm not sure. I don't see it happening. Yes, the world is filled with with all sorts of characters who might decide that, you know what, let me go and try to go to war with China. Cats will decide, say, one fight lion. No be today. But I will definitely advise against it. Absolutely.
Good evening, Aja and good evening. The coronavirus, when people getting infection, they
Somebody said, I hate China. They are too racist. Are we not racist? Nobody racist like Africans. Not only are we racist, we're even tribalistic. Baba, leave that thing. Everybody now racist. You can't say you just don't like Chinese. That's not fair. There's nothing wrong with the Chinese people. They're just different. Finish. They're great Chinese people, and of course they are. Now,
remember a Chinese council didn't allow Cobid19 late last year, but he was silenced by their government.
yes, you see, China had its own failures. No doubt. I'm not going to rule that out. However, China dropped the ball. The virus got to the US. What did the US do? Oops, lost that call. Expecting her to call back. What did the US do? Donald Trump ran. President's Forum, Global President's Forum. Oh boy, they say one disease, this our country. What do we do? Started reading all the answers. Close border. They were not prepared. They were not prepared. When the virus took the penalty, our goalkeeper was not even in the post. The American goalkeeper was not even in the post. Let alone prepared. You know, it's one thing for you to even be in the post. Say, you don't know, say they want shoot penalty. This one, you know, even they post, the day where they fight for Twitter. So if China dropped the ball, what happened to America dropping the ball? Couldn't America have done the needful? I'm waiting.
I'm calling you back, sir.
Okay. To be fair to Trump, he initiated the border closure when? How I say Donald Trump will go after China after this pandemic. That's why America won't take end with that. America will not get money. They won't drag Europe, follow them. I'm not sure say Europe will follow them. The last time Europe followed them, it resulted in 2003 Saddam Hussein weapons of mass destruction that never existed. I'm not sure if it be Olodo, but I'm not sure. I don't believe say Europe will follow America, go China. Someone said they could not even go against North Korea. North Korea, compared to China, North Korea is still small though. Somebody says Trump can't do anything to China. He knows very well he will end everything if he dares to. China no be Iran, oh. China no be Iraq, oh. China no be Libya, oh. China no even be North Korea, oh. America get media. America get propaganda. I know. But you know what? The media is not going to work on China because they cut off foreign social media. They have their own. China be like that Peking where they cuss him, papa, they come, they cuss him, keep quiet. Finally saw day in hand now. You can't go to meet them one by say, wait till you talk to my papa do again. Mo, they careful with China. Oh. Mo, they careful. Donald Trump. Hey, let me tell her that I've connected. Oh. Yeah, so she's waiting for me.
It is your 99.3 Nigeria info, and we are talking about the extension of the lockdown, how it's going down with you. What do you think of that? Are you cool with it? Are you pleased? How do you feel? Leave your comments, and your comments come through. Hello?
Yep, I'm right here. How are you doing?
Okay, I'm good.
So we're having a bit of a discussion online while we're waiting for you.
Okay.
And people were suggesting that Donald Trump could go after China after this is over. And I laughed and I'm like, Donald Trump cannot go after a real world power with audio world power. If we don't know, I think we should inform ourselves on global politics. I don't think Donald Trump, first of all, I'm not even sure he has the mind. He might sit down behind his phone, you understand, and be typing on Twitter. But in the reality of it, I am sure he knows that China is a no-go area. And it will cost the world. You see, we can't come out of a pandemic and go into a war. It will make absolutely no sense. But you see, things don't make sense. So they might end up happening just simply because they don't make sense. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. So Ada, I'm here with you.
Okay, do we take some messages or?
Let's take a phone call and then some messages. It's time. It's almost time anyway.
Yes. Hello? Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Okay.
Please speak up. It's rainy, so we need to hear you.
Yeah, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Hey. Now we dey hear you clearly, better guy.
Good evening, Oliver.
How are you, sir?
I'm okay. I'm doing fine. Good evening, Ada.
Yeah, good evening.
I just want to really speak up on this relief lockdown. I want to put down. You know, I feel we are not ready for this. We are not.
We're not ready to lock down, or we're not ready to release the lockdown.
The release of the
Bro, I'm with you. You couldn't have spoken better.
We are not ready at all.
At all. Especially mentally and emotionally and psychologically.
At all. These people are actually craving to go out there to do what?
I don't know what is chasing them.
I don't know.
Somebody tweeted earlier on, I was reading on my daughter's phone. The person was like, because we have never heard no before in our lives, that's why we're jumping on anything. Sit at home. Don't go to the pub. Don't go to the club. Sit at home. Pray from home. No, no, no. I want to go out.
People are going to the club.
At least I'm glad that religious activities and social gatherings are still cancelled for now.
Yes. But that will be the main point of going out. People will still go and do those things.
No, but they will be enforced too. They will be enforced.
We are not just ready. I just pray God help us out of all this.
I'm with you 100%. Absolutely.
So that's my take. You guys should just take care.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And
to you guys for a long time.
thank you.
You guys continue. Okay.
God bless you.
All right, good night.
Ada,
Okay.
that gentleman who went to put on his radio just so you can listen to us,
Okay.
he definitely deserves a shout out. Do you remember his name?
So many persons called. I think it's in Charles.
Charles, yes. Big shout out to you. Thank you. And we're going to be here every single weekday, God willing, from 10 p.m. till midnight on 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's Live and Dangerous with Daddy Freeze and the very delectable Ada Blessy, who is a bit under the weather today. You can hear from her voice.
Okay, thank you so much, Daddy Freeze. It's really amazing working with you. Like, you have no
Yeah! Woohoo!
Okay, we're going to do this hopefully tomorrow. So thank you so much for coming around. And please be safe, okay?
Yes.
We'll get to see you after the lockdown.
Definitely. Y'all need to be safe too. Take care of yourselves. God bless you.
All right, God bless you too. Thank you so much, everybody, for sticking with us from 10 up until now. It's really been wonderful, and I know some persons are not pleased with the lockdown, but you know what? It is for the better. It might sound a bit hard. It might seem like, these people, they really don't care. They don't give a heck about us. They don't care about how we feel. But look at the bright side. You need to be safe. You need to be alive so you can actually eat. You can actually do those things you want to do. So please, just bear with for a while, okay? It's going to be fine. It's going to be better. Just keep safe. Thank you so much. This is the voice of your radio girlfriend, Ada Blessy, and you can keep tabs on me on Instagram at Ada Blessy, ADABLEZY. And remember, you can also keep tabs on Daddy Freeze. Check him out on Instagram at Daddy Freeze, and also on Twitter, and then YouTube as well. Thank you so much. Keep it locked 99.3 Nigeria Info. My sincere apologies. There won't be a chat station tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. Your radio girlfriend. She's fine. Sometimes the doctor needs a doctor too.
Okay, she has finished signing before I go and say something and sign in. Guys, you have to join us on Nigeria Info, 99.3 Nigeria Info. Please, you see person, una just dey house, they enjoy, are they on online for you? See person with the on generator to listen to me. Person they on in generator to listen to me. You now only phone you they on. It they take you forever. Oh yeah, make you listen to 99.3 Nigeria Info. God bless you all. Somebody put up a funny comment on YouTube. Let me read it to you guys. From Richie Dolls. Bill Gates is a very wicked Satanist, and we must open our eyes and not fall for every gift from these demons. Sooner or later, eyes go clear. In 2020, he is a Satanist, he is a demon. Let me ask you a question. How many people did Satan kill in the whole Bible? Quiz question. You know how many? 10. And God told him to go and kill the 10 people. Or he got approval from God before killing those 10 people. Only 10 in the entire scriptures. Meanwhile, God killed 2 million. In Exodus 12, put the blood on the lintel and the sides of your door, so that when the wrath of God is coming to take the firstborns, spirit of death from God is coming, he is going to see the blood and pass over. Meanwhile, Bill Gates wants to kill you because he's a Satanist. If Satan didn't kill people in the scriptures, how is he or the people who worship him going to start killing people now? Who taught you people Bible? I get to that time for the next 2 minutes this evening. Who taught you people this Bible that people are reading backwards? God did not approve for Satan and his church or his worshippers to go and kill anybody. The time when the beast will torment the world, as explained in Revelation 13, has not come. So, we need to get our heads out of these conspiracy theories that are making us look pretty much retarded. First of all, Bill Gates never said he was a Satanist. The Satanists have never claimed him. They know their own that they claim. I've tweeted before and the Church of Satan replied me, and me and the Church of Satan have fought before. I'm not sure Bill Gates is their member. They will be very proud to come out and say Bill Gates is their member. They might have their own ideologies and all, but if you've studied, you see, when they say Satan was a murderer from the beginning, he was a trickster. He wasn't an outright. He's not going to come and give vaccine. You understand what I'm telling you? Now, if we were to go by the philosophy or the ideology that Satan is the one who is killing, you got Satan right there in the White House. His decisions are what killed 56,000 Americans. Go and meet, that's your Satan right there. But of course, even he's not Satan. He took some not very smart decisions, but that doesn't still make him Satan. Many of you do not understand what the scriptures say or what they mean, or you haven't gone through the scriptures properly to understand these things. In the whole Bible, Satan only killed 10 people. Bible that spanned across centuries and millennia. Do you know the world after the Bible is just 2 millennia? I'll be 2 millenniums. People have scattered my head before I back out. Meanwhile, according to the Bible, the world is anything between 6 and 15,000 years old. So, if in 6,000 years, which is the shortest possible time of the scriptures, Satan only killed 10 people, what makes you think that he will now kill 56,000 in one day? I mean, in 1 year. When I know they think these things, in a 6,000 plus year period, you only kill 10 people. So in a 2,000 year period, how many people do you think you kill? Maybe 3 or 4. Now, what you guys are missing is Christ in John chapter 8 was very specific. He said, Satan is a liar, and he was a liar from the beginning. And you guys reject the truth. So Satan is your father, who was a murderer from the beginning. When you reject the truth and you hold on to lies, as 2 Timothy chapter 4 verse 4 says, you reject the truth and you hold on to myths, you are just showing that you are your father, Satan's son. Someone says, so you believe God kills. You know they read Bible. This are Ilala way they worship. I don't know how to take Duamo. Anyway, God bless you guys. Take care of yourselves.